A story of abundance and lack. Story is simply reversed. As Indian society, I was not happy with the money I was making. At the age of probably 30 plus 35, I didn't know my passion. Somebody's success is not your success. I never used to raise hand and that bright kind of a student in my childhood. And my message to youngsters of that teenage will be, never just jump the gun to get married. We were again drifting apart. We were not giving time to each other. We were like weekend husband wife. I have to leave my job. Packers and movers came. My entire house was packed. There I called my husband. I said, sorry, I'm not going to move, whatever your decision. A lot of losses. So I thought of a term, socialpreneur, where I can actually help women. It is about human entrepreneurship. I just started living for myself. What is happiness? And then I started writing. It also goes by the age group. Because happiness is all about excitement, but what really gives you pleasure in life is your content. Because nobody else knows more about you, it's just you who has to decide. Hi, I'm Anuradha Chawla. I'm a performance coach, an international speaker, and I'm founder of Be Better HR Solutions. I am mentor with Startup India, with Startup Punjab, and also with Government of India. I am a speaker. So my journey has never been all these speakers and these profiles. Like, it started when I was a very average student in my class. When my teachers used to ask questions, either I used to hide myself. I never used to raise hand and that bright kind of a student in my childhood. I had a huge family, 7 of us, my parents and my brother and sisters. I was the middle child. So I had the option to be bossy with my younger ones and be timid with my elder ones. So I have always been I have played those middle roles in my family. But in effect, if I say, it was a story of abundance and lack. Abundance of lot of finances and lack of attention, because mother being busy with the home chores, father into business. That's how my childhood had been. Interestingly, I met my boyfriend at the age of 18. At 19, we got married. At 20, I had my son. And the story is simply reversed. My in-laws, I got a lot of love, but then again abundance in love, but lack in finances. So as we all know, I mean, my message to youngsters of that teenage will be, never just jump the gun to get married. You should first see that you are financially independent. Even if your husband or your fiance is doing very well, you need to be financially independent before going for a marriage. So for us, a lot of love, but then love could not get us the grocery and the dresses or anything. So we both jumped into a very, very struggling life. He had to move to Delhi. I was here in the city. We started working very hard. Of course, I gave time to my son, but I'll say that a lot of my time went for work. And I was never unhappy, because at that time also I had such huge support of my in-laws and everybody was very much supportive to me. But I lost that time running around, doing lot of work, making lot of money, but not introspecting, not sitting back and thinking about myself. It was all about generating wealth. So wherever you put your attention, wherever you put your efforts, you get the results. So I could buy my SUV, I could buy a beautiful house. Me and my husband, we were doing wonderfully well in our professional life, but we were again drifting apart. We were not giving time to each other. We were like weekend husband wives and alternate weekend husband wives, which was not enough if you want to make your marriage work. So together we decided that one of us has to leave the work and join. So it was decided that as Indian society, being a woman, I have to leave my job and move to the capital. I did that. Packers and movers came. My entire house was packed, and I just gave some time to myself, and I thought, is it really what is going to keep me going? It'll keep me happy that if I move to Delhi without any job, without any purpose, will it be good for me? And there I called my husband. I said, sorry, I'm not going to move, whatever your decision be. And he realized that once I have said, I had been a little stubborn also, so he said, okay, I am coming back. So with a lot of losses, because we had invested in a property, we had invested in our son's admission, but he took the hit because of course, as somebody said, गाड़ी के दो पहिए हैं, साथ चलेंगे तभी गाड़ी चलेगी. So he left his job. He came back for good 6 months. He struggled to find a work for himself, and then he got his calling. He did pretty well after that, and we both started living here only. So good 15 years struggling, finances, abundance again, and now what? Case of burnout. I was not happy with the money I was making. I wanted to really enjoy life, and by that time my son was about 15, pretty grown up. So he said, Mom, you really need to find your own passion. And imagine at the age of probably 30 plus 35, I didn't know my passion, which is really very dissatisfying. So I started thinking, and then I used to get clues because your sons are very close to you. So he said, Mom, either you go into agriculture or you become a women entrepreneur where you can help women. So I thought of a term, socialpreneur, where I can actually help women because money was no more a driving force. Then I started the concept of my company named Be Better, where I started employing women who were trained by me to hire, and then they used to hire and they used to get 40% profit. And that's how we started growing, and I had women from across the globe, from Australia, from India, within India, a lot of states. And then I was approached by 2-3 guys who were really desperate to earn. And then I realized that it is never about women entrepreneurship. It is about human entrepreneurship, human empowerment, sorry. So it's not just women empowerment, it is human empowerment. And that's when I started, learning much more because I had enough time with myself. I became a consultant, used to visit once a week. And with enough of time, I went into a transformational journey. I went into a incredible course where I realized what was my purpose of life. And that is the day when I actually felt free. It was freedom from everything, from any expectations, from proving myself. I just started living for myself, and I used to call it self-love, because once you discover yourself, once you know that this is what you are, this is who you are, this is what drives you, what keeps you happy, believe me, I feel that every individual on this planet needs to go for a discovery session where you realize that this is what you need in life. Somebody's success is not your success. Somebody's BMW, if given to you, probably won't bring that happiness to you, because your drive, maybe it is in spreading happiness. It's not in wealth accumulation. That's how I discovered my drive, which was to help people. And I started working without any money. I started giving lectures to corporates. Then a lot of global academies, global leadership academies, they approached me, and that's how the journey started. And I started enjoying what I did, and there was never a rush. There was never a reason to prove myself. And this brought me to the search, which said, what is happiness? Is it same for everyone? And then I started writing, and I think I have reached the 2/3 milestone of my book, and the book will be totally on happiness, because happiness is not same for everyone. Happiness is different for each and every human being. So that is what the topic of my book is, and that's what my research is. I'm looking at various nations, why they are happier than our nation. So that's what always my research has been, and that's what my purpose of life. A message for everyone, I would say, please indulge in self-love. indulge in making yourself so equipped that you don't have to depend on anyone. And it's like we keep cursing our partners, we keep blaming people, but the truth is our happiness lies in ourselves. If we are happy, then we can spread happiness, we can live happily with anybody. And it's like I complete myself, I love myself. And when you love yourself, you know that everybody loves yourself. Once you start celebrating yourself, everybody will celebrate you. So what I want to tell you all is, if you want to be happy, you need to know the wheel of your life. Your happiness is a mix of all the factors: your health, your wealth, your family, your friends, your personal growth, your spiritual growth, your love life, everything. You need to decide which area of your life needs your attention, because as I said, wherever you put your attention, you get all the results. So it also goes by the age group. If you are in that age group of a teenager, like let's say 20 to 30 years, that is the time when you really need to push hard to make your career, right? So put all that energy in your career and taking care of your health as well. Now, when you are from 30s to 40s, I think that's pretty much the time when you think of being an entrepreneur, whether it is a social entrepreneur or anything you want to do, because you are able to take that risk. Once you are 40 plus, that is the time when you really need to come back to the nest and give time to your family. Don't think that because somebody else is enjoying a lot in their life, you should also do that. If you are in your 20s, if you are in your 30s, you need to struggle to make your life luxury, and everything is as per your as well as your family's expectations. So once you are done with your a good bank balance and your retirement plan, then you can actually spend enough time on your family and relax a little. But don't think that if somebody else is enjoying a lot, that means you should also stop your work and start enjoying. Your life is about you. You have to do you have to make a very smooth wheel of life, not a crooked wheel of life. So that's very much about your life. That's very much what I did in my life, and that's what got me that happiness, that content, because happiness is all about excitement, but what really gives you pleasure in life is your content. So in the end, I would just like to say that it is not just about happiness. If you go one step ahead, it's about the content. You need to be content with your life. Happiness is excitement. Contentment is that peaceful happiness that you really wish to have. So spend time on your spiritual growth, spend time on wealth creation, spend time on your family. You have to find the right balance, because nobody else knows more about you. It's just you who has to decide.